People involved in a Dallas crash earlier this week say it took 4 hours for Dallas police officers to arrive on the scene. That crash involved a driver who was being chased by Plano police. Plano officers took 2 people into custody for the chase, but Dallas was actually in charge of investigating the crash. Fox 4's David Santendry spoke to one of the other drivers involved. David.
Yeah, Heather and Steve, as you just said, it took more than 4 hours for Dallas police to arrive on scene, and by that point in time, some victims and witnesses had given up on even waiting.
And we're waiting at the light to turn right into the neighborhood, and bam.
Lisa Watson driving her daughter when their SUV was rear-ended by a van in East Dallas Tuesday evening. That van was rear-ended by a Chrysler 300 that was speeding away from Plano police across multiple cities. Plano officers took 2 theft suspects, both injured, into custody. Then Plano police assisted Watson and other victims.
Yeah, told us to stand in a certain spot to wait for the Dallas police, which made us all snicker because we knew they weren't coming immediately, if at all.
Dallas police were put in charge of investigating the crash since it happened in Dallas. The crash happened at 7:12 p.m., but Dallas police officers did not show up until 11:15 p.m., more than 4 hours later.
We gathered where they told us to, we exchanged information, and we waited. And we waited, and we waited. And I finally told the Plano policeman, they're not coming. And they said, well, but we requested them. We think they'll come for us. And I said, okay. And we waited.
Watson waited on the corner of the R.L. Thornton Service Road and Jim Miller Road for a couple hours until Plano police, still collecting evidence related to the chase, told her she could leave.
I said, maybe we need to move to Plano because obviously they have things together. They were there working the scene, being very effective and efficient.
Watson filed a report online, but says Dallas police missed an opportunity to interview witnesses.
Lots of witnesses, and of course over time they gave up and left too.
Dallas PD tells Fox 4 the crash was a level 2 priority call. The goal response time, 12 minutes. The department tells Fox 4 it's reviewing why it took more than 4 hours for officers to show up. Public data reveals response times are slightly improving compared to last year, but they are still running significantly over on every priority level. And the average for a priority 2 call with a 12-minute goal is 80 minutes, according to the department's own data available online and updated Wednesday.
I know they're shorthanded, but there's something broken in Dallas. And I think that we've got to figure out a way that we can get those response times whittled way down.
Watson's SUV needs repairs, but thankfully she and her daughter are okay. Still, Watson feels uneasy about the police efficiency and staffing in the city where she's born and raised.
I love my city. I want to stay here, but I want this fixed.
Dallas Fire Rescue responded to the scene within minutes. Today we learned a 3rd person was transported to the hospital, an innocent victim. As we reported yesterday, the 2 suspects were also apprehended and transported to hospitals. Plano Police Department has not released any specific details on who they are, but plans to do so when they are formally charged. We did learn from police today that one of those 2 suspects appears to be a juvenile female who might be connected to other crimes in the area. Steve and Heather, back to y'all.